How long gone? Sunday. A beautiful, beautiful fall day in New York City. Them jeans. Are you roasting over there?
I'm doing okay. It's actually an equally beautiful day here as well. I'm having a good time editing audio all day. But I am going to go outside, get a little vitamin D, maybe move some kettlebells around, and then make some chicken wings later.
Oh, wow. It really is a football Sunday over at the Jeans household.
I've been trying to watch. I watched the Dodger game last night. Carolyn went out to a dinner party for some friends of hers, and I stayed home and watched Major League Baseball.
Are you okay? So are you trying to do some straight role play? What's going on here?
It feels like that. I walked. Carolyn walked in and she's like, "Who are you? What is happening? Why aren't you watching like a Vogue documentary, you fucking queen?"
Anytime I have sports on, there's some sort of comment. I'm like, I don't know. I felt like watching basketball for 30 minutes. Back off.
Whoa, you think you're a tough guy, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, luckily baseball is a boring sport for fat guys, so it doesn't make you a jock necessarily.
That's true. I was watching it just for a little sort of LA pride since the Dodgers are doing so well, and then they have this player Ohtani who's a Japanese dude who's having the season of a lifetime. People are saying he's having the best season of any baseball player ever. And Carolyn was like, "What about Barry Bonds?" And I was like, "He was juicing. This doesn't count." But this guy is gambling, and he's such an asset that
they let his homie rock after embezzling several $1 million.
His translator is the one who has the millions of dollars to bet on sports, and not the guy who makes $50 million a year.
Well, look, translators are highly paid specialists, so it kind of makes sense.
But when the translator, just imagine translator first day out of Yokohama Rikers or wherever he's posted up at right now, he's gonna come in. Nice fine bottle of sake or maybe a Suntory whiskey.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
And then just think about the escorts that he's going to enjoy.
Oh, I can't even imagine. I mean, he deserves it. He took the charge. You know what I mean? You take the charge. That means your big bro has to bless you. You got to get it. When he walks out of jail, they better give him a chain.
Yeah, they better give him a chain. And not one of those chains that baseball pitchers wear that looks like the fucking bracelet that some girl gave me at the Justice show.
Yeah. Dodgers logo chain and a new truck and like a Celine logo hoodie or something.
Bro, I need yellow diamonds on this one.
Yellow only.
I'm gonna squeal.
Okay.
Yeah, we Carolyn and I went raving on Saturday night. We went to the Justice show, and there was a young fan, like high school age girl, and she was carrying the Mr. Wazo yellow stuffed animal guy from the Levi's commercials as her like emotional support stuffy.
So you're saying this chick brought a stuffy to the Justice show?
Yeah, but I mean, young people nowadays, it's not unusual for them to be carrying, a plush pillow or an object of some sort well past the age that one should be doing that.
That's a good
Adults
point.
are too afraid to kind of accidentally, oops, I lost it kind of thing, like you're supposed to do when it's going too far. But I was hanging out with Busy P, and then this girl walked by and she had the Wazo, and I was like, oh shit, you got to meet Busy P, and she was losing her shit, and I was like, and she gave me a bracelet.
Oh God!
Like how they do.
Okay, we can't make
Fred again.
We
concerts.
can't make everything a bracelet thing. We can't do this. First of all, men shouldn't even wear bracelets. And I see these guys wearing bracelets that they're like their kids made them and their girlfriend, and you look ridiculous. You look ridiculous with a little dainty bracelet on.
I bet you Jason Bateman's got 7 leather bracelets that have a lot of meaning.
There's nothing worse than bracelets, because the Cartier Love bracelet means you have bad taste. The girly bracelet means that you're a simp, and the leather bracelet means that you're a bozo. Those are the three categories.
The pearl bracelet means that you are a date rapist. The list
pearl
goes on.
bracelet means that you're the only person who's ever listened to an Omar Apollo song. But I don't, and no shame in that. It's a signifier.
What a generational talent he is. Yeah, but it was the handiwork and the craftsmanship of this bracelet was nice. I don't plan to wear it too often, but it did spell out across the universe, and then the word cross was an actual cross bead. So it had a nice effect to it. So time was put into this.
Yeah, probably too much time. I mean, I guess if you're in high school, you got nothing else to do. I mean, I'm surprised that high school, I guess Justice knows no bounds. It's a cross-generational electronic music movement.
People, it's crazy to see it because almost all of their songs are just instrumental kind of techno songs, and there's not a lot going on other than burn, burn. But like people, and especially women, they just move to it in a way that's really cool to watch, because you see all these EDM shows and all these brainless people where you need to have a breakdown and a drop and a vocal about how we're gonna take the world over tonight, and we're gonna dance like no one's ever danced before, and all this shit. And it's just so like brain rot shit, and it's just so nice to see 15,000 people listening to like intense, hard kind of techno shit, but they're just grooving like they're on roll bounce.
Are these like, at this point, is it straight up civilian normie types, or is it like freaks only?
Well, I had pretty good seats, so I was in the industry only section. I was sitting right in front of Kid Cud.
Okay, well, that's a demotion. So
Kid Cudi, and he had a couple security with him too. You know what I'm saying?
Kid Cudi had security for what?
Multiple security.
That's Kid Cudi having more than security guards. Kid Cudi having security at all is crazy.
Look, it's not because he's going to get touched at the Justice show by a guy who works at Petco. It's because of all the punishing stop and chats. Like,
yeah, I guess he really be looking like Kid Cudi. You know what I mean? There's no mistake.
I know what you mean. He was wearing a giant Justice jacket though. He was there to represent. It was cool to see. But yeah, it was mostly industry where I was sitting, which
great. So
it feels wrong to be sitting in a little picnic booth with 4 chairs, and then people are ordering like bottle service of chuggable gamets and stuff like that.
Yeah, times have changed with all of your white old guys who like this kind of music. They're still enjoying the music, but they're not able to participate in some of the other extracurriculars that go with it. Is what I think you're saying.
That was happening too, but
all right. So there's a 48-year-old guy with a manicured beard taking a little Molly because it's his night out.
Well, I'm not that old, but you described me. Just a little. Had to put a little bit. We hit Shintaro before. Had to put a little bit in the acai draft.
Oh,
had to do a little sprinkles.
I would love a little Molly on top of my, spicy tuna crispy rice. That would really be the umami I need. I
waited until I was done with my savory course, and then
that's
it was
good.
just
that's good. That's good.
It was for dessert.
Okay,
it's just chug a beer that tastes like chemicals.
Instead of a green tea mochi, you went with a beer with powder in it as a dessert.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That's
right.
Mature. So how long is the set? Is it like a 2-hour marathon?
It's a little under. It's like hour and a half, hour and 45. Unfortunately, who was it? Thundercat opened, and he brought out Big Sean to the applause of no one.
Oh my God, that's the dustiest shit I've ever heard in my life. What the were no other rappers available? YG will come to the opening of an envelope. He wasn't available.
I don't know if it's that kind of vibe. You need a little bit. I mean, I don't know.
So
Thundercat is a very talented musician. No shade on him. This is only.
Yeah, he can rip. He can rip. But so you're saying
he slaps that.
He brought out Big Sean to do what? Like a new introspective?
I think he's on a song of his. He must be on a song. But I think when you're playing a big show like we're doing the Bowl, even if you are opening,
like, fuck it.
It's in LA. People are like, who are they going to bring out? Who are they going to bring out?
Yeah, it's
just like a thing that you have to do.
Agreed. No, agreed.
And sometimes you can only get Big Sean.
They couldn't even get Janae Aiko. They just got Big Sean. I know you were disappointed.
I was. I would have loved if it was just, I don't know, a DJ playing DJ music so people could dance, get Kavinsky's hot ass up there.
Yeah.
Chainsmoke, play some techno for an hour, and then Justice Goes On versus, some noodling free jazz with thoughtful flowetry happening while we're eating our cheese and crackers. It was just not...
You're like, this cheese and crackers is different when I got to look at Big Sean's bare feet on the Hollywood Bowl stage as he rhymes.
Barefoot flowetry. I don't know whoever's booking those shows over at Live Nation. Give me a call. I'll tell you how to do it.
No, they need some help. Well, look, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself and you had a big night out. I had a big Saturday too.
Well, first of all, we should talk about our big Thursday where I DJ'd a Paul Smith event.
Oh,
and then you got to take a photo of one of your idols.
Yeah, right. I got to build with Rob Lowe. Unfortunately, his son is in the photo.
I told you the new iOS 18.1. I have technology to remove.
You can take
Rob
him out.
Lowe's
I'll send it over to you.
Unless he's looking good.
No, he's looking good. I mean, they're in something together, so it's a reasonable.
Okay.
It was reasonable for. It wasn't.
They're in a family at the very least.
I love Rob Lowe. I've recommended his memoirs here before. He's a great sober icon who's done it all. Read them if you need something light that just moves.
Okay.
But yeah, it was an interesting crowd at Chateau Marmont. It was like a lot. It was all like actors that you recognize. You know what I mean? It was a very and then Patrick Stewart was there.
Yeah, Sir Patrick Stewart in the building.
I think Sir Paul Smith and Sir Patrick Stewart are probably gang, and that's why.
Yeah,
that's my guess.
Yeah, we got to see Harold from Harold and Kumar. He was up in there.
He looked good.
He
looked cool. I have to say, he looked great. Yeah, Chase Crawford, one of the legendary hotties.
John Cho, pull up.
All women can agree on that he's hot. He's like a kind of one of those rare Shep-like figures.
Yeah, no one's gonna turn down slobbing on that knob. And then
no one's gonna turn.
Giancarlo Esposito, the guy from Breaking Bad, who plays the chicken owner guy, he's a legend.
Legend for sure. Legend.
But Rob Lowe, tough to beat.
Rob Lowe's tough to beat. Yeah, I was impressed. I was impressed. It was fun.
There's also a guy named Gavin Leatherwood. I don't know who that is, but
great name.
He has a lot of followers.
Great name.
Has 3 million followers. Who fucking knows? But yeah, shout out to Paul Smith. We love you guys.
Yeah, thank you. It was super fun. I had a good time, and I went downstairs afterwards, and I had a nice veggie burger with Tim and Chang and Cooper. And then I was able to make it to Air One before they closed to get a salad for my flight. So it was a real. I checked off all the boxes I needed to that night.
Okay, yeah, when I finished DJing, I went and shared some Impossible chicken nuggets with my wife, and they were actually very good. I was very, very doubtful.
They were serving those during the party as a passed hors d'oeuvre,
and I chose to pass on those completely.
Yeah, I would have passed on those too. But
I was like, "Oh, these are free? No, thank you."
But you're saying there was.
Am I about to spend $50 for them downtown or downstairs?
Yes,
I'll take it.
Was there a dipping sauce?
Yeah, there's ketchup and then a bit of a spicy aioli.
I think they were
flavors of sriracha, perhaps.
Yeah, I think they were served with a spicy aioli upstairs, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's right. And I guess speaking of other live shows and concerts, I hope Dua had a good set last night at ACL.
Yeah, I didn't. We're having a nice celebration at Leon Bridges camp today because we got a couple posts from Texas's own Matthew McConaughey, really championing the new album.
Oh, really?
Yes, which is so sick.
That's big.
It's sick. Yeah, it's sick.
Two Texans plucked from obscurity and thrust into the big leagues.
Exactly, because Leon did ACL wearing like a Longhorns jersey, like a real hometown boy, which is smart move.
He heard that I watched a Dodgers game last night and he started biting. What else is new?
He said, "Oh, I got you. All right, TJ. This shit says my name on the back too. It's not a game."
Yeah. Okay. I'll wear my Trojans jersey or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be really cool of you.
What else is going on? Yeah, we have our live shows coming up in LA and New York. I'm getting into live show mode. This is the time of the year where I start having to write down all the funny things that happen to my life, and then when they're really good, I don't talk about them on the podcast, and then I wait to talk about them on stage.
Yeah, get the tickets. They're on sale for New York at Webster Hall and LA at the El Rey. HowLongGone.com is the website if you're looking for those.
Yeah.
We're working on the guests now, but there's some fun ideas in play.
Yeah, hopefully we'll do some after parties as well.
Oh yeah.
What else is there? That feels good?
I just want to give a shout out to Durham, North Carolina. Great city.
Oh yeah, you were in North Carolina. Do you want to talk about why, or is it still a mystery right now?
I mean, I also wanted to shout out. We went to this amazing Croatian restaurant called Brodetto that I highly recommend if you are in.
Brodetto. That sounds like something McConaughey would affectionately call one of his friends.
Delicious, really, really good. And I would like to. I think the chef won a James Beard Award, so I think it's relatively.
Wait, what kind of food is it?
That's the thing. It's called I think it's Italian Croatian. So there were these like,
Oof.
I don't know, there was like a certain kind of Croatian bread that was banging, and then there was also I didn't have any of these, but there was like these Croatian seafood stews that were very popular.
Wow.
But the food was excellent, really good.
This is all news to me.
Same.
I don't know anything about Croatian stews.
But I had a big Saturday with Brad Cook, Waxahachie, and MJ Lenderman. So I was really a pig in shit down there in Durham, and I feel like
a little behind the music.
It was a little bit behind the music, but I feel they were very encouraging, and we did what we needed to do, and I feel very good about it. And I left very happy. It really felt like I had unlocked something.
Ooh.
It was like a very nice, supportive environment that like I haven't been in maybe ever.
Okay. Your first bottom. Proud of you, man.
Exactly. No, look, it takes
a village.
It took years, you know what I'm saying? But we did it, and I'm happy. They seemed happy, you know what I mean? So it was consensual, so it seems good. I don't know.
I like how mysterious you are being, and I hope that this is building suspense to a future reveal of whatever creative output you guys have been focusing on.
It's gonna get revealed because there's several heavy hitters involved. I am, of course, the lowest rung on this.
Involved in what?
In this song. There's
it's a song reveal.
There's several heavy hitters involved in this song. Some that I consider one of my personal favorites of all time. I would say, which is a blessing.
So this is your kind of Live Aid.
This is my this is my Live Aid, 100%. And while I was there, I got to watch Katie and Jake record a Gillian Welch cover for like an Asheville Relief compilation that's coming out, which was, I just forget how good people are at making music. Like they just
compared to you
sat down. Yeah, well, compared to anyone, Katie's like knows the song. She looks at the chords a couple times, plays it once or twice, boom, does 2 takes, she's done. Jake comes in, he's like, all right, play it. You know, he plays guitar on it, he plays banjo on it, Brad plays bass on it, bang, bang, we're done. It's just very impressive
so we're
to
like,
be able to move that quickly. You know,
play this song for the very first time, and we got lunch in an hour, so let's just kind of bang it out. Okay, we good? All right, let's go eat.
But it's just like, I just feel like the times I've been in the studio, it's people are like, you know, doing the same thing 150 times to get it right, and it's like feels like it's a computer doing everything, and this is like 2 people with an acoustic guitar and electric guitar in a small studio in Brad's house, and it sounds better than 99% of what other people can do.
We got the take.
It's very impressive.
Okay,
it was fun to watch.
Turns out musical talent is a real thing, and it's a beautiful thing to be able to witness intimately. So shout out to all those people, and then shout out to all of our listeners over in North Carolina and the areas who have been affected by this terrible weather. We hope everything clears up soon and we got some power and gas and food. And
yeah, you need some power and gas. I got the full update. Yeah, we need some power and gas if nothing else. And if you're
speaking of gas, thanks to Pure Beauty for sending the pack.
Oh, let's go.
Sorry, you were saying something?
I said, oh, no, Jake started tour today, so if you're in, you know, any city in America, go see MJ Lenderman on tour.
Yeah, our little man sold it all out, probably.
He really did. He's doing 3 nights at the Music Hall of Williamsburg.
Interesting.
I like it.
Okay.
All right.
We need to get like him.
We do need to get like him. How Long Gone? HowLongGone.com is the website. Get your tickets for New York and LA. Our guests today are Fontaines D.C. And this was a legendary and first on How Long Gone. I recorded this in a phone booth in the LAX Delta Lounge in the Sky Club. For the first time ever, we've crossed a new bridge.
It sounds pretty good, too. Yeah, the Fontaines guys are really nice. We found them in Lawrence, Kansas.
Lawrence, Kansas?
Nothing? They sound like they may have woken up just seconds before we hit the record button, but by the 10 minutes in, we kind of got going, and it is a funny episode. They're really cool.
Yeah, they're cool. I like them a lot. And Curley was really giving me Harry Styles vibes, which if you can do that from a hotel room in Lawrence, Kansas, I can't imagine the power that you possess on stage.
It's class, yeah. It's class.
Absolutely class. All right. Thank you, Fontaines, and thank you, them jeans. I will. We'll talk to you next week. We got some guests next week. What do we got? Hold on.
I know what we got.
I'll look it up. Oh, we got one returning goat And then we've got some friends who have a book coming out. So it's going to be some variety this week.
One of those friends is also a returning goat, but she appeared in text form.
That's true. That's a good point. So it is. I guess it is returning goats all around. I'm actually going to go right now. We're going to go see Patrick Radden Keefe's new show. They're having a screening.
Oh yeah.
At the Whitby. So I'm excited.
Say nothing.
I'm excited to see an episode. Also, I like that it's on a Sunday. Doors at 4, show at 5. That's nice. That's nice stuff.
Doors at 4, show at 5. You're out at 6. You have your dinner, and then you're in home to not watch Industry or whatever it is.
Industry's over. Industry's over. They've already. It's done.
That's why I said not watch. I'm going to watch SNL.
Well, it's bad, but sure, go for it. I'm going to continue. Love Is Blind, Washington D.C., which I'm sure many of our listeners are watching. And
sounds awesome.
We're enjoying it together. Thanks for listening. HowLongGone.com. We'll see you soon.
Au revoir. Good morning, Rastas.
Nice.
Are you guys in the same room? Because you have the same curtains or something.
Same room, just opposite sides.
I hope you're in different rooms for audio recording purposes.
I feel like you guys are doing well enough where you don't have to share hotel rooms anymore. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, we just choose to because we're
sure we love each other so much. It helps our output the more time we sleep next to each other. That's exactly, sure. Of course.
Helps you get into the groove, the rhythm.
Yeah.
What city? Where are you guys? What city are you in?
We're in Lawrence, Kansas.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
All right, so you guys are really seeing America, as they say. What have you? I mean, I know you've been here many times, but is this your first time in Lawrence?
Definitely
or
first
is this
time in Lawrence?
Okay, this is the first time.
It's nice here, though, man. You know what I mean? I will say that everyone is incredibly friendly here.
Definitely. Oh, that's something we're good at in certain places in this country. Are you saying that's something that you don't experience at home?
I don't know. I mean, like London, because we live in London. Like London can be pretty edgy, like.
Yeah.
Tom, I think you'd agree, wouldn't you? Definitely, 100%.
When you say edgy, you mean like someone's going to throw garbage at you? You get in street fights? Or like nobody's holding the door open for you anymore kind of thing?
No door open.
So Chris, you are in a Delta Lounge pod right now.
Yes, this is the first time you got. I'm glad to experience this with our new friends. But yes, I'm recording from the Delta Lounge at LAX in a phone booth.
Nice.
You know the ceiling. You've been in many lounges, and I have to say it's totally fine. Like I had to show up a little early, but otherwise I was able to secure a spot and do my thing.
Is it like when you're a kid and you go to the arcade and you have to put a quarter on the machine on Street Fighter to hold the booth?
No.
Did you put your little backpack down on the ground to say, I want this next?
Yeah, I put my remote in front of the door to make sure people knew it was for me. No, there was only one left, though. I have to say they are popular.
Sure.
So I'm glad that I was able to snag one, because this is not the time we usually record. We're making an extra effort for you guys because your schedule is so lit.
Legend, thank you. And what do you have to do to get into a Delta Lounge? Do you have to get so many Delta flights a year or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy.
That's exactly what you have to do.
Yeah, but it's easy now because you can have like a certain credit card and all this. There's easier ways than just flying. But are you a British Airways loyalist?
I'm close to it. I'm close to it. I feel like after I get the flight back to back home after this American tour, I should be in the silver category,
Silver?
So you guys have been on tour for years, and
because every year they throw out how good you've done every year. So whatever has happened, I'm always
my nan's on silver, bro. Come on,
we gotta do better.
And I know that you're not traveling less than me.
I don't know what's happened, and it's one of those things that I've never been aware of it or cared until when your brain switches, and now I care. It's all I think about. I'm just thinking about that next flight when I get those points to get that free.
Well, welcome home, brother. That's all I think about too. And
I think that you kind of buried the lead, but when you said that point when your brain switches, and I feel like that's a profound thing that happens to us, and you minimized it with just a few short words. But to me, that's sort of like when I give in to capitalist greed and reward systems. That's how I see it, but how do you see it? I'm just maturing and I have a frequent flyer number now?
Yeah, I think you probably hit the nail on the head there, yeah.
I was going to say, it feels like
it takes one to know one.
It feels like a thing that that started to happen at a certain age where it's like sports to me or something. Like I look at the stats. This is like the only stats I have in my life, but I also acknowledge that it's deeply lame and I should be interested in other things. I will admit that.
What about sports betting? Do you guys do any of that over there? Keep a little dirt under the fingernails?
Sports betting, I don't at all. I feel like gambling is just one of those vices I just don't have. I just don't care for gambling really at all.
What about you, Tom?
Same.
You a gambler?
It's something I don't need in my life, really, honestly. Thankfully, I've got many other vices, but I don't need gambling as well.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, what have you replaced gambling with in the vice department?
Oh God, I couldn't say. I've got too many of them, lads.
Yeah.
I have ones that I can't say for different reasons. legal reasons mostly.
Yeah.
I don't really have any left, which is frustrating because I'm sober. So I think that all I have left is Delta Sky Miles. That's my only. That's all I have to track. I can't just do a bump like a normal person. I have to look at my app.
You can have some. You can have some lollies.
Yeah,
some sweets.
I do have a sweet tooth. I do have a sweet tooth, but I've tried to curb that as well as I take all fun out of my life. Which you guys are in your fun period, so don't take any advice from me.
Hitting 30 soon now, lads. In fairness, I'm going to have to get on that buzz for sure.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to tighten up a little bit. All right, all right. So 30 is around the corner. What do you think is going to change for you? Are you going to start working out?
I'm 30. I'm already 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about aging? Because we're in our early 40s, and I have to say I've never felt better.
I'm looking forward to it. I feel like 30 would be good. I feel like my 20s has been pretty hectic, so I feel like I'm looking forward to kind of chilling out and knowing a bit what I'm at.
Yeah.
I think it'd be good.
Okay, so the 20s were hectic, and now that your band is bigger than ever and you're playing the biggest shows of your life, now this is the time where you think it's going to get chill? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, hopefully. I really hope so.
I like
because I can't keep on the hectic train forever, you know?
You're like, I can only take so much, so something's got to give.
Yeah.
Something's got to give.
I just realized our career trajectory is that we're expecting to just get bigger and for our lives to get more peaceful. It's like the stupidest thing ever,
I can't wait.
You're like, hold on.
I think there are some difference. Obviously, your life is going to get more hectic, but your life will also become more comfortable as more fame and money comes along. I like to think of it like you're never really going to sleep in somewhere uncomfortable again, but you're going to have to spend a lot of time flying and traveling and talking to punishing people that you don't want to talk to. I'm not talking about Chris and I.
No,
we're cool. We're different.
Yeah. Legends.
Yeah, we're different. We're different.
You're not going to be able to walk through the airport without somebody asking for a selfie, but your shoes are going to be very expensive. So it kind of evens out.
Yeah, exactly. We got to look at the upside. Are you guys homeowners?
No. I wish, man.
Flat owners.
I wish. Yeah.
You haven't had the time.
Okay, flat owners.
Renters.
You can't lease the land from the queen. What's the problem? Like, let's get it together, fellas. Well, that is this. Look, if you have a woman in your life, she will make you buy a house. That's just kind of how it works. So prepare for that. Even though it's a good investment, you could do it on your own, but I'm gonna guess pressure from an outside source will help you.
Fair. I don't have it yet, so I'm kind of chilling.
Well, maybe
keep floating.
if you're unable to find a woman, look for a business manager, and they will also help you push.
It's easy. Great investments, lads.
You're like, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect.
Yeah,
that's what I want in my life.
If they get a little yappy, you can just fire them. You know what I mean? It's a clean break.
It's so much easier than divorce. It's so much easier than divorce.
All right, so last night I was DJing a party for British clothing brand Paul Smith, and I was DJing The Cure, Just Like Heaven, and it mixes perfectly into Favorite, spelled with a U, from your newest album. I just wanted to let you know. And maybe the songs went together so well, I wonder if there was a direct inspiration. I'm not saying you copied the song, obviously, but it had a lot of kind of sonic energy that was similar. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, definitely. To be honest, I covered that song, and then we wrote the song.
We worked on
That's
a
what
cover
happens
for
when you
years.
cover songs, you unlock the secrets, and then you're like, oh, I could do that. It's only this.
Wait, did you actually cover that song?
Yeah, we did cover that song for the Irish whiskey brand Jameson.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Oh baby, that's the good stuff. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very nice.
It's not even just an Irish whiskey brand. I suppose it's a global whiskey
It's
brand.
a global brand.
It's a global
brand.
It's a global brand. There was a time in my life.
Yeah, I've had a lot of nights where drinking Jameson was just like heaven until it wasn't.
True.
Yeah, I mean, Jameson, there was a point in America where Jameson was like the go-to shot beer. You know, there would be like a $6 shot beer combo and Jameson was a thing. And then dark liquor is dark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a different animal. But yeah, Jameson is a well-known quantity here.
And we thought we were being expensive. We were like, oh, it's not Jack Daniels. We're balling now.
Yeah, we thought it was an upgrade.
Yeah, the shot sizes in this country are obscene as well, to be fair.
Oh, so you're all right. So when you guys
mental goblets.
When you guys belly up to the bar in Lawrence and order some redheaded sluts, they're coming 32 ounce.
Man.
Is what you're
Big
saying?
boy.
It's just too much.
I got a pickleback in where were we? Denver.
I got a pickle back in Denver. Sounds like an Irish
I
limerick.
never thought I would hear you say that. I
Well,
never thought I would hear you say those words. I never thought I would hear you say
So
those
you're in
words.
Denver and you said, wow, I need a pickleback of something.
Yeah, well, they
ASAP.
had this like spicy pickle juice behind the bar, and I was like, I want to try that. That seems good. But they were like the massive. It's like a fistful of liquor, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so much like that I couldn't drink it. Those two.
Yeah.
So I got a whiskey.
A shot should be a shot.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
it
yeah.
should be just a glass, like a half pint of fucking.
Yeah, we have a problem with portion sizes in America across the board. The only thing that you guys do bigger over there are the breakfasts with your full English, but otherwise, I mean, obviously we're more obese than you guys, but you're catching up over there, aren't you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you're catching.
We are indeed.
Not you guys, not you guys particularly. But
Present
you know what I
company
mean.
excluded.
We're on the way as well.
on the way.
You're on the way. You're on the way. That's what 30 looms. Yeah.
Yeah, it won't get better.
Yeah.
So the portion size of shots, what about food? Are you able to control yourself when they put the basket of mozzarella sticks in front of you and it's 15 deep?
Yeah, I struggle over here, lads, with food. To be honest, like, it's hard, you know. It's grand on the West Coast, you know. You can just eat great Mexican food, but once you kind of get into here, I'm like kind of don't really eat chicken and beef. I kind of only eat fish and like. You know.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you don't want to eat any Subway tuna sandwiches. That's not going to make you feel better.
They're not great.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of chippies down in Lawrence, Kansas. Fry up some haddock with the lads. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you guys when you're home, do you cook? Do you try to keep it tight or are you out to dinner every night?
I don't cook at all, lads. I'm so bad. I need to start it now. It's such a waste of money. Fucking hell. But yeah, I need to get on it.
Look, man.
Get on. I'm a terrible cook though, so it's kind of it's kind of like a chore for sure.
I'm in a similar. I don't cook at all. I live in New York and I have no interest, and I feel like I'm able to get what I want.
Yeah.
Jason is an amazing cook, like chef level, so it's nice to get a home cooked meal from him.
No way.
But he's dedicated his life to that, and if I started now, I don't think I could ever catch up.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's pretty crazy over here though. I feel like it's like way cheaper to actually eat out than cook your own food in America. It's wild.
That's the way we designed it. Our government designed it that way.
Yeah.
So we can you never have to leave the house. You just hit a button on your phone.
Yeah, true.
And then
yeah.
a robot drops off Chipotle and then you eat it and fall asleep.
Yeah, the delivery thing has gotten out of control. Because it's like the food always shows up and it's like, sure, you didn't have to leave the house, but the food tastes, I would say 50% as good as it should, considering the transit time. So it's a give take is what I'm saying. It's a give take.
I was actually, we had a guy on our show a few months ago. He's Ray. He's in a band called Youth of Today. He's like an old hardcore straight edge Krishna guy. And he was talking about how food that's made by like low vibration, low consciousness people affects your body differently. So like if you go, like you can tell, your body can tell the difference if like somebody's making you a home cooked meal or you're at a nice restaurant where the people really, you know, you're at St. John and they care about their job and they want to make the peas extra mushy versus eating at Panera at the airport by somebody who's about to kill themselves. And then so you don't get any really nutritional or spiritual benefit. Do you guys agree with that?
There's probably something in that. I feel like I'm vibrating on a very low energy, lads. In fairness, terribly. Very like
You're
like
like,
sub-hearing level. It's not good. It's so
you're like,
bad.
don't even let me make you a bowl of cereal. It's gonna go bad.
Okay, so you guys, you're 40 hertz and below.
Yeah.
When I edit this podcast, I'm going to duck all of your low end because it's going to be bad vibrations.
Yeah, make me sound really tinny.
Tin me up, please.
So Connor, you keep a clean lifestyle. Is that what I'm assuming? No chicken, no beef. Is that for
the
health
most part,
reasons or ethical?
For the most part, yeah. It's just how I've lived for years, but I wouldn't say I have a clean lifestyle though. To be honest, I don't really care about food. I don't really whatever's going.
That's a cool way to be, and I'm very jealous of that. You're just like, if it's there, I'll eat it. If not, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're lucky that food's claws haven't sunk themselves into you.
Yeah.
It's an expensive habit. It also adds to the waistline, which we can't have right now. Not when we're peaking.
So yeah, we're peaking right now, guys. What I recently saw that Alexa Chung, friend of our show, previous guest on here, said you guys are her favorite band. How does that make you feel? Do you even know who that is?
She's sound. Yeah, she's nice. Met her a couple of times.
Yeah, she is nice.
I was with her recently at a party, and she was literally talking to me about you guys, and I was like, "Yeah, they're coming on How Long Gone. Chill out. I got it. You like them. We understand that you're a fan. We got it.
What party were you at?
It was in New York. It was for a jewelry company called Boucheron. And the difference between Alexa and I's attendance was she was paid thousands of dollars to be there and wear the jewelry, and I was just there on my own volition. So it wasn't quite, it wasn't the same for me.
Yeah. Was there a free bar though?
There was free everything. It was a very nice party.
Nice.
It was a very nice party. Yeah.
Did you have to pay for your own Uber?
I did have to pay for I actually took the train because it was so far uptown, and I regretted every second of it as soon as I got there. That's just not, like most parties. You know what I mean? They never deliver what you want them to.
No, that's true.
All right, guys, we're not going to talk about Oasis, but we are going to talk about Close. You guys are dressed very normally right now, but sometimes lately not so much. What is the story arc of our wardrobe as of today?
As of today, I don't know, man. I feel like there's been so much chat about the kind of the clothing on the record. It's been really fun. I don't know.
Sorry to bring up a sore subject, if so, but
no, not at all.
It is something that people bring up a lot.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's been a really nice kind of a way of kind of using clothing to like kind of express.
Yeah, for sure. Like how it's supposed to be used in some ways.
Totally. I feel like I dress kind of dressed down for sure generally, but it's been a really fun experience to kind of like get into it.
So you're saying you kind of have your like stage clothes, like I'm doing my thing versus like I'm on the bus, I'm on the plane, I'm going to dinner.
Yeah,
I see. I understand.
I guess so. Yeah, hopping into like stage mode,
Yeah, of course. I think it's like putting on like a kind of like a uniform helps you get in the zone mentally too. Like if that's it changes where you are. Well, this is concerning, Jason, because people tell me I dress like a cop, so I'm a little dress for the job you want, I guess is what they say.
My brother dresses like a cop as well, actually.
Does he? Okay. Why what does he do for a living? Is he actually a cop?
No, he's not actually. Yeah, he just has that aura about him,
Yeah.
We were at a festival together one time, and you could just tell that he kind of looked like an undercover cop. Like,
Sure, this is exactly what I'm talking about. When I go to any gay party, the crowd is looking at me like he's gonna find my poppers and kick me out of here, and it's just like I'm just a regular guy. Sorry, I like polo shirts. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, you have your eyes have that spread 'em look to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what it's a certain look, but I think that like. This is who I am. It's the same way you got. This is who you are. You have to just go with it. You know what I mean? If people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
So do you guys pick out the clothing, or are you working with a wardrobe stylist or a team or someone who is creating the overall looks for everyone? Or are you guys just going out on your own and getting whatever you want?
Yeah, for this campaign, for this album, we were working with a guy called Jordan. And mainly just for photo shoots and stuff, and to help just get stuff to bring out in the road. Because like I think mainly like with the whole clothes thing with this album, I think it was just like we just wanted to have fun with the visual image of the band and like pair it with the sonic side. Because it was something that we never really got into, really. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was always just like, oh, we're just doing the music. Let's put on pair of trousers and a polo shirt or whatever.
Sure.
Like, and it didn't really matter. Like, you know, like the uniform was always like whatever. Like, but I think just for this album, like it was our fourth record, we just wanted to try have fun with it for the first time, and like from being inspired by other genres, especially what's going on maybe like in the hip hop world or like even in like electronic music and stuff, like the idea of like showing off something on the visual side is so much more accepted than it is in the guitar world.
No, that's actually a really good point. Yeah, I mean, I think that like a lot of the people you're talking about are spending millions of dollars to get their stage to look like that. Their screen, you know, it's so insane. Yeah. And when you go see a band, for the most part, it's like they got a banner up behind them, and no matter how big the venue is. You know what I mean? I think that. I mean, I think that's good. I also think that like it gets crazy. Like I remember going to like one of the Drake tours, and I was like, he's losing money. He's grossing $300 million. He's losing money because the whole stage is a fucking screen. You know what I mean? Like I know
because he needs a flying Lamborghini to
exactly.
To circle the stadium.
But the same thing. I went to a Casey Musgrave show recently, and it was the same. The stage was fucking crazy. She had 8 trucks, and I'm just like, I don't like. There's a fine line, I think, where it's like this is cool. We're giving our fans an experience, and I'm losing money. And you gotta find the medium.
True, man. Yeah, touring's fucking crazy though. Like I was talking to our truck driver, and he was saying like he was just out with Blink 182, like, and they had 24 trucks, 25 trucks.
Like, so they have 3 members.
They have 3 members, and their song sounds like they were written by children, but they got 25 trucks.
they barely have a bass player, but we got 24 trucks.
That's crazy. I mean, but that's what I mean. I think it gets to a point where it's like, when you get to a certain level, I think you're able to come up with crazy ideas, and people will just execute it for you. Yeah. You know, like it's like you have people that can make all this stuff happen no matter what you're thinking about.
Yeah, I think Travis Scott, for his tour, he has them recreate a Rick Owens
backstage
retail store as his backstage dressing room.
Fuck off.
He's in like Houston, Texas, where they play football games, and they just recreate this like sleek metal and cement Rick Owens store just because he likes to kick it there. And somebody has to be like,
it's like once
I'll do it.
Sure, I guess this is my job.
They're just seeing all the profits just go. You're like, you don't want just a couch with champagne? No, okay.
Look, bro, we could get you some hummus, and you could kind of just get on stage. It's all good. You don't have to do all this.
Do you guys have any Pilates or anything, any yoga on the tour?
No yoga. On our last tour, we had a boxing bag. I feel like
okay, that's good.
Curley is a very good boxer. I'm not so much now, but I think it's that's fun.
That sounds good, actually.
Yeah, totally.
We got the big bag or the speed bag?
No, heavy bag.
All right. So you got the Supreme heavy bag on the truck, and then you're going out and you're just doing a quick 30. You skipping rope too?
I'm not skipping any rope, lads.
I'm not skipping shit. So you go up there, you miss a couple notes on stage, you do some Joe Rogan kicks on the heavy bag to let out the aggression.
You gotta get like, it's not for exercise, it's for when I make mistakes. When I make mistakes.
It's when everyone makes mistakes, you know, you send them to the heavy bag. They have to do.
It's like when you...
They're not going to miss that note again.
Yeah, exactly.
We ain't doing that in Denver. They need it too much.
And I organize it so I'm actually excluded from, so all the notes that I missed are just
great.
Like,
you're able to...
It's just put up to...
You're able to... Do you guys have it set up backstage where you can like play? Like, do you have a room with like the gear in it and shit, or no?
No, but that to me is like the coolest thing ever. We were on tour with the Arctic Monkeys. They had a little warm-up room, and you could kind of overhear them like jamming before going on stage. It's like, it's class.
And you peek your head in there, and they close the door on you. one day, lads, one day.
No, mate.
So you don't know this Black Sabbath song, so you're not allowed.
No, I think that it's such a cool... I think of it as like a Rolling Stones thing, like where it felt so extreme because they're all on their own planes and they all have their own rooms to like warm up in.
Yeah.
But the idea of being able to get the yayas out for 30 minutes, you know, before you go out in front of thousands of people seems like a good use of space.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I use therapeutic paradiddling as well, and I'm not even in a band.
No, paradiddling. I have a drum pad at home for my therapeutic paradiddles. It does make you... It's kind of meditative. It relaxes more.
It does seem like a theme. Like we had a guy on our podcast today. His name's Glaive, and he was talking about how, you know, he's one person, and he says, you know, you basically go on tour to hopefully break even, you know, just to hopefully not lose money. And, you know, 10 years ago when the record industry crumbled and everyone said touring is the only way you can make money, and now nobody can make money touring. How are we going to make money and support all of this? Just sell hoodies?
I mean,
A lot of hoodies.
It makes a lot of money, though. I feel like touring doesn't really. I don't know. I feel like the system is definitely pretty broken with it. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know. Like Spotify being a stream of income is tiny as well. So and I guess the like cost of touring have gone so high. So yeah, it's pretty intense.
Somebody is making money is the problem, though.
Yeah, but I think there's a level where it's fine. I think there's a level where it's very hard to make money, and then you cross over the threshold. And if you budget it correctly, like we're talking about, like you can come home with a lot of bread. But it's just a very small percentage of people that can do it.
100%. Yeah, but that's like what we were saying is that, like, you know, do you invest the money into your own production to hopefully get more people to start coming to your shows? But then that will equally lead to the tour probably, you know, not making as much money. And like,
I would say investing in your songs is probably, that's where I would go. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what actually I don't know if people, I think fans have been conditioned to expect some of that stuff because of like Kanye, these giant tours that do crazy shit. Yeah. But like I've seen the Taylor Swift show, which is the biggest show in the world, and it doesn't look like that. You know what I'm saying? She's spending money, obviously, but it's not some insane fucking, you know, they recreated Disneyland. It's like a pretty normal, you know, stadium thing. Yeah. But I just don't know if I don't know if the fan actually cares that much. That's the thing. Yeah. I really don't. Like your fan probably doesn't care that much.
I don't know. I feel like with the touring thing now, it's like your best bet is just to try and make some money playing festivals. You know what I mean? And hopefully that they can keep putting festivals on because, like,
yeah, sure.
And then touring, if you can just kind of keep it chill, don't have too many days off, then you're set.
Yeah, if you don't have too many days off, you're like, we're not spending 3 days in Lawrence, Kansas. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving.
Our method for touring is, you know, we have a certain standard of living, and we like to have a nice hotel and flight and everything, so we don't make any money. But then, you know, hopefully I will book a DJ set for the after party, and then we'll get a Jameson, you know, Instagram reel deal, and that's where, I mean, I'm joking, but like actually, the Jamesons of the world are how it's all just a means to have brands give you money to sell their products now.
Sure.
I mean, I used to, when I managed a band, we did a tour that was sponsored by Duracell batteries, and they wrote us a nice check, and then we had to have a Duracell battery giveaway stand next to the merch, you know, for a good 6 weeks.
Free batteries. That's not bad.
Which is like, yeah, free batteries is kind of like, who can be mad at that? That's like something you need.
Yeah, that's not too bad actually, though. As brands go, like batteries are batteries. You need them. Like you can't.
Yeah, there's no way to look down upon. It's kind of like this is something we all kind of agree we need.
Triple A's, double A's, you know, all the good ones.
But also at a festival, that seems like something I really want to throw into a big crowd.
This was not at festivals. No, not at festival. Did you guys do Glastonbury?
Yeah, we did Glastonbury last year. Yeah, it was really fun, man. Loved it.
Now, did you go to that growing up? Like, did you go to some of these festivals when you were a kid?
Not Glastonbury. No, like we played Glastonbury like 2019, and that was our first time there. It was it's kind of a different beast of a festival for sure.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like everybody says that to me, and I'm like, and then they tell me I should go, and I'm like, look, I'm sober, and unless I can take a helicopter there, I don't know if I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's for me there besides mud? Music, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those festivals that's like a really kind of different experience. It's like so large. It's like it's like 250,000 people, and the site is basically like it's like a city.
Yeah.
But the like spectacle of the whole thing is actually quite amazing. But
but people say the same exact things about Burning Man, and you know that's not a place that I want to go to. It's a little different over there, but everyone says Glass is not even like Pink is performing on some giant stage. That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
when it's done, then you walk 3 kilometers into a forest, and then Fortet is DJing with Skrillex, and then some random actress from London, and then it's the best party of your life.
Well, somebody hands you it just starts raining ketamine in the forest. It's crazy. I don't know how you guys do it. It's absolutely crazy.
Do you guys have any electronic music DJ hopes or aspirations?
I got a little OP1 like synthesizer thing recently, so I'm making little beats on the road, but that's about the height of it, lads. I can't imagine there's a mixtape dropping soon, you know.
Not with that attitude.
That's true. That's true. I need to book up.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
If you're looking for a revenue stream,
you have the instruments, so surely
that's a good point.
Is on
that's
that.
a good
well,
point.
yeah, true.
Great.
We'll
All right. If I buy an NPC, all of a sudden I'm a producer. I like how it works. You just got to buy all this. You got to buy all the stuff.
Exactly.
You just got to buy all the stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
Have the tools. When
you guys are at these festivals, do you kick it and try to see other bands, or are you trying to play and get out of there?
More the latter recently as I'm getting older because I'm becoming unsociable.
Okay.
And,
Okay. So you're saying part of
unsociable.
Part of the aging process is you want to kick it less at the festivals after your set.
I want to meet less people and I want to say less words and sit in silence in a dark room until they put me on.
Okay.
And then I'll go into a band.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to be talking to people right now?
This is sound, yeah. And I'll scale 1 to 10. I'll give it a 6.
Okay, 6 is
okay. That's fair.
Based on what you just said, a 6 is pretty good for us. I think. If we we made you turn on the lights and stuff, so I know you're already pissed at that.
And you're not getting paid any money for this.
yeah.
Curly's the fun one. He's the fun one.
Is he known? Okay, you guys have all your roles, and he's the fun one.
He's the fun one. Yeah.
Well, I'm the same way as Curly. You gotta save it all up, and then give them. I have this much in my Duracell battery, and I want to save it for when it's time. And then otherwise, silence, dark room, ambient music, maybe some water.
Nice.
Shut down.
I'm the opposite. I'm 100% freak on all the time. Like I don't
freak mode on.
I just like I don't know. It's just how you're wired. I think it benefit. I mean, I think that once you realize what you feel most comfortable doing, you got to do it. So if that's sitting in silence, that's great. If it's talking to people, that's great. It's all, it all fills the tank in its own way.
Yeah, I admire people who are naturally, like love people. Like my uncle is one of those people, like he can just talk forever. He like goes into a room and suddenly he's friends with everyone like immediately.
Have you tried cocaine?
When you say room, I assume you mean pub. You substituted a word there.
Not even just a shop or a coffee shop, a coffee shop that I'd walk into all the time and get like, just like, hey, how's it going? Just like he walks in and just the way that he approaches life, people are laughing. Everyone's like,
yeah,
he's a salesman, he sells something like a good time, or he just has an aura about him. I find that really interesting when people have that, they're just,
you're not jealous of it, but you find it interesting. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to me, whenever I'm doing that, when I go into a coffee shop and turn into your uncle, it's only just to amuse myself. I'm just like bored with almost every person that I talk to in life.
Wow, bro.
And you just have to do it to amuse. I said almost, Chris.
Okay, all right. I'm right here. I'm literally right here. I'm
just so bored with everyone all the time that I just have to create a conversation, and that sometimes it often goes wrong by offending them or saying something really bad.
Okay.
I've seen it.
So give it a try.
I've seen it. Do you guys kick it when you're home, or is it like everybody goes off into their corners to recharge?
I feel like the plan is always to kind of go back into our little corner and recharge, but it ends up being like 2 days without seeing any of the last of the band, and I don't know. We all kind of like arrive at one place, I think we're like conditioned into being around each other. So
well, you've also been you've been friends for like a long time. I mean, for a while,
almost 10 years.
Yeah. But you didn't like grow up together, but you met like in college, right?
Yeah. We were all like 18, so we've known each other for like
that's you've gone through the prime years together at this point.
Absolutely.
You miss it if it's not there.
Yeah.
You miss it if it's not there.
Totally.
You guys are playing LA soon, is that true? At the Palladium?
No, we just played it.
Oh, you just played it.
It was the night we were gonna come, but I had my birthday party, Jason. It was the same night.
Have you played New York yet on this run?
No, we're doing Brooklyn Paramount on the 15th and 16th.
I'm gonna come on the 16th and check this shit out. I'm gonna check this shit out.
Yeah.
I've heard enough. I'm ready to see it for myself.
Man. Unreal. It's supposed to be a good spot in there, though, is it? It's like a new venue or something.
It's a brand new like Live Nation venue. Yeah, it's very nice. I haven't been yet. A few friends have played there, but I've just been out of town. But yeah, it's apparently really nice. I mean, I feel like venues, I don't know, man. I feel like the old ones are cool, but when you go to one of these new ones, you're like, damn, they fucking got this shit dialed in. It's nice.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. I feel like sometimes they're a little bit sterile and a little bit too new, though. I feel like
totally sterile.
There's like something about like being in a venue that's like 60 years old and you can feel the like
Totally.
walls, you know.
I prefer
Definitely.
the old. I prefer the old. But we did a show a couple years ago in Austin at some new venue there, and it literally felt like we were in a fucking Kempton hotel lobby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It did not feel good. There was no vibe.
It probably
you know?
sounded amazing though as well, you know. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all the equipment is good. The writer is amazing. They don't, the couch is clean, but then it doesn't have the walls don't have the magic in them. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you need to be in a place that has a little bit of a soul to it, you know, and that just comes with time for sure.
Well, that's what's so interesting about when you go to these stadiums. You know, you go to like an arena to see somebody play, and you're like backstage, and you're like, okay, so I'm in the Knicks dressing room, and it's just a bunch of It's like vibeless, kind of, even though it's the most like Madison Square Garden is the most, one of the most famous places in the world.
Yeah.
But when you're back there, it's just like, yeah, this sucks. It's only good when you're out.
Yeah.
It's only good if you're on stage, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Someone told me that you get a Tiffany brick, a platinum brick, if you play Madison Square Garden.
Really?
You know what? I've never. We can check on this for you. I don't know if that's true. Do you have to sell out to get the brick?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
I'd like to know how big this brick is, because platinum is not a cheap metal.
Massive.
Is it a keychain brick?
It's more of a paperweight brick, I would
Yeah,
imagine, than
yeah.
actually
That's
a
impressive.
brick that could be used. I didn't know that actually.
Yeah.
But they trick people at Madison Square Garden because they do the shit where you can sell it out, but they like put drapes for like half the seats that are behind the stage. You know what I mean? That cheat.
Yeah.
Like when you're LCD sound system and you can't
Yeah,
sell it all out.
We did 10 nights and we kind of went a little too far. Yeah, you got it. 8, 9, and 10. We got less tickets for
I
sale.
heard the overheads for playing there are massive though, or like the fee even like to play there is like it's actually really fucking hard to make money playing in that.
It's because they know that it's something artists want to do so badly that it's like, and I get it. I would do the same thing. It's like if I'm on a tour and it's going well and I'm gonna break even at Madison Square Garden, that's fine. I get to say I sold out Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Win-win for everyone. Well, you guys are doing the big show in Finsbury Park next year. How many people is that? How many tickets?
45 or something, is it?
45,000, yeah.
Damn, lads, that's real shit. That's real shit.
Okay.
And all your families are gonna come. It's gonna be a shit show.
Sure, that's about 10,000 of it, really. Like,
Yeah,
You're gonna have to invite the family.
Yeah, you're like, I got an uncle, I got a brother. I'm just getting started. We could get 10,000.
So was this an idea that you had, or somebody approached you with and said, "I think it's finally time. I think we can do a big boy massive show"?
I guess it was the guy who puts on our shows in the UK. He's like a really good friend of ours. It's been his kind of idea to go and finish the album campaign with that. So he had it penciled in for fucking ages, you know. And
yeah.
we didn't know it, we didn't know anything about it, you know. But it was his little plan, you know. Which is
He's
great.
like, I'm going to put this venue on hold. I'll let them know 6 months later when they're ready for it, and then we'll go.
Which is great.
I don't want to scare them, or that'll get in
Yeah,
your head.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you scared about this? Do you think we're gonna sell it out? Do we need to post about it on our Instagram stories to get some more tickets going? What's
Post
going
about
on?
it for sure, but we're fairly close.
Pretty close.
I think
Yeah.
You're
we'll
like,
have
we
it
would
done.
love if you guys posted. We're all so close, so
And I mean, the show's like next summer, right? So you have a long time.
Yeah.
golly, it's so crazy to me how early stuff happened. Like I can't think that far ahead. Like I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've never bought a ticket for anything a year in advance. Like,
Yeah.
No, but it's gotten to be more extreme. I think we were actually talking to our agent about it because I was literally like, why do we put something on? We announce something and 3 days later it goes on sale. Why don't we just announce it with a link so somebody can fucking buy something?
Yeah.
And then he kept explaining. I'm like, look, I know that there's artist pre-sales and American Express pre-sales. We don't have that. Like, we are not that. Like, that's for a different kind of thing, you know. But a year is crazy. A year is crazy. But I mean, I guess it gives people enough time to buy the tickets. When it's 45,000 tickets, they need time, I guess. You know?
you do live podcasts, is it?
Yeah.
We honestly we're doing Webster Hall and the El Rey at the end of the year. But we do we'll do Minneapolis, Chicago, Atlanta. We've done London. We do quite well in London, actually.
Oh, nice.
You guys have a sense of humor and you speak English, which is great for us. Great for us. It's super good.
Yeah, and you're
Super good.
alcoholics and all that stuff. You like drugs.
Hey.
You're not
Yeah,
you're not
it's-
afraid to talk about hating yourself.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
perfect.
lads,
perfect.
perfect.
Yeah, we played this place a few times in Soho, and it was like exactly what we were talking about earlier. What was it called, Jason?
100 Club?
The 100 Club in Soho, and it was like
I know the 100 Club.
Yeah, like total dump, but it's like, bro, the Sex Pistols played here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's fucking crazy. It's like Oasis played here, the Sex Pistols, everybody played here, and it's it doesn't make the couch smell any better, but it makes me feel good. You know, that's what matters.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Totally. It's a bit of history, isn't it? It's class.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's like all I kind of care about because I'm of the age to remember a lot of this stuff, kind of. So like, if I get the opportunity to go there and do my thing, it's like very exciting. Obviously,
Yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah.
Have you guys started working on new music? Do you work on new music on the road?
Yeah, generally we do. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of, you know, it's one of those things that once we get into like a run of backstages, something will kind of present itself. You know, I feel like I feel like the album is just out, so we're kind of just at the start of that process of being on the road for this record, and kind of like, I feel like there's always a guitar backstage, so it's one of those things.
There's so much downtime. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's my thing. I'm always like, what else are you guys gonna do? You know, like, what else are you gonna do? How much can you drink?
It's good to have other ways to pass the time, man. You know, there's an awful lot of hanging around and waiting every day. But
I don't want Curly to break his hand on the heavy bag because he had too much time, and then we're fucked. So we got to get a replacement. It's a big problem. It's a big fucking problem.
Do you guys have your drinking on stage worked out? Do you have like I go on with, you know, 2 beers in me and then I end up here by the end of it, or is it a little more loosey goosey?
I feel like Tom has it quite.
I've been doing like 1 beer.
Walk me through the regimen, Tom.
Okay, on stage,
the protocol.
On stage at 9, beer at 7, non-alcoholic at 8, and a beer on stage. That's good.
Wow. Okay, so you switch.
That's like 1 beer pre-show and 1 beer on stage, because I feel like I need to. I don't know. I feel like playing drums, you have to be so like
it's athletic. It's athletic. No? It's different. Yeah. This guy's just vamping around on stage looking cool. It's different. It's not physical in the same way.
Yeah, you kind of you have to keep the time. You have to have a sharp enough mind.
Yeah,
and you can't get too sloppy with the timing.
Yeah, and I feel like if you're a little bit sloppy, it kind of it's very apparent, you know. So I feel like I've done
very apparent. Yeah, the drummer's the giveaway.
Totally.
Yeah, if the lead guitar is blacked out drunk, they can just kind of turn his volume down a little bit on the board. But we only got 1 drummer. If we turn the drums down,
it's going to sound fucking mad.
Yeah, this whole thing kind of goes off the rails if we
get a little Aphex Twin ambient.
It's not
selected work.
It's kind of not what we're trying to do. It's not what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. All right, guys. Look, we appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. I know that there's nothing better to do in Lawrence, Kansas, but we do appreciate it. I want to be clear. And congratulations on all the success. The album is in stores everywhere. The tour continues.
Yeah, big fan of the new album, guys. Really like it. Been playing it a lot lately.
Lads. Cheers,
lads.
Well done. And also, my barber is a big fan. I wanted to apologize ahead of time. I sent him your album before it came out, and I made him promise that he wouldn't share it with anyone, and he didn't. But his name is Kevin. He's a big fan.
Fair play to Kevin.
Where is he based now? Because I actually do need a haircut. And, would you recommend him?
He's in Los Angeles. He's currently in Japan right now buying raw denim and things like that barbers do.
Nice.
But he's normally in LA. So next time you're in Los Angeles,
we'll get you a
I'll
haircut.
set up a little trim for you.
We'll get you a haircut. We'll see you guys
on the house.
I'll see you guys in New York. I'm looking forward to it. And thanks again. Safe travels.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
Nice one, lad.
Nice one, man. See you then.
So